think that's a wonderful, wonderful way to bring in this reading, especially since we're sitting in Scorpio season or the beginning of autumn, where we're transitioning and we're starting to see a lot of things fall off and, start to shed, right? This is the November red edition, so everything is going to be red. We're going to talk about color therapy, so make sure y'all look at the community board. We're going to be talking about different aspects that are associated with red in nature, in history, and in spirituality, from the planet Mars and war, from passion and love with Venus, as we transition through the month of November with both Scorpio and Sagittarius energy, okay? This is a collective energy. We're going to do the general, and then we're going to do love and career, and we're going to transition into the next thing, the next phase, to try to make sure we're keeping motion and progression in our community and on our channel. Your feedback is definitely welcome. Let's get straight into the messages. Spirit, as above, so below, no negative, tricky, or harsh energy. You know me better than I know myself. Help the viewers to hear what they need to hear, see what they need to see, specifically in and around Scorpionic energy. The Queen of Wands just came out. This is very fitting as far as, again, we're talking about that red. So you have this fire here, this passion. Remember, it's still a feminine energy. So even if you're a male, it's talking about being bold and making statements. You could be wearing statement pieces, making people come to you, making them answer you, making it be more about you. This doesn't feel very selfish. It's just feeling very empowered. Whoever I'm talking to, you've earned your place wherever you are, at whatever table that you're sitting at. And I feel like it's just time for you to start standing in your power and making your own negotiations. You've always been compromising, but at this point, it's time for you to start kind of building your own energy, your own army, is something else that I'm hearing. This talks about what you know that you can do and what you know you're capable of versus, anything new. The Queen of Swords with the Four of Swords just came out. That's a Five of Swords energy altogether. Again, it's this knowing. You've been through some things, you've healed, you've had some retrospective, some introspective here, so that you know exactly what you're up against and what you're capable of, what you're willing to do, and where you stand here with the Three of Cups, with social groups. It could be with a third party. This third party could be with your work. This could be anything outside of yourself. This could be your family, your friends, but it does look like there's some healing here. Now, of course, intuitively, I'm picking up that if that's the case, you clearly fought for something, or you're being excluded from something here with the Sun here and the Ten of Swords. So you do have that Leo energy, again, bringing that group theme here. Hey, bringing that group theme, but collectively right now, the lesson is in the loss. So you may have been cut out of something or disengaged from something, but it's to heal and to teach you something. I feel like there's celebration on the other side of this. A lot of times, like, when we go through things, it's one of those situations where we're a little frustrated about how things are turning out, and later on, you're happy. We want to know everything up front. I'm one of those people. I don't like surprises. I like to know everything up front, but life has been teaching me that there's no such thing. If people are coming to you, 9 times out of 9, they have an agenda. It doesn't have to be a negative one. It could be something that they feel like is harmless, but this is a situation where on the other side, hey y'all, you'll figure out that that's not what it's about. The major arcana that came out here is the Sun. So it's just saying that, again, there is peace, there's joy, there's celebration on the other side of something, okay? You're going to have to actually sit down and think about something, and on the other end of it, again, you get that boldness. If you've been through something and you've had to suffer, then of course now you're making demands. Of course you feel like now you're in a position where it's your turn to call the shots, is what I'm pretty much picking up right now in the month of November. And that's because you took a loss. That's because you went through something. The lesson was in the loss, okay? Again, red is this theme this month. You could definitely be feeling more passionate. You could be feeling a little more confrontational. Nothing's wrong with confrontation, y'all. It ain't got to be physical. You could be feeling physical, though. But as long as you are confronting the right things, you know what I mean? I don't feel any pity out here, or woe is me. I feel like we're past that. We're on the other side of that. We're on the other end of that. I feel like we're at a time now where it is what it is. And if this is how it's going to be, then it's time for me to pick up the remnants and move forward. It's time for me to kind of look at the situation from a more strategic side here. The only cup side here is the Three of Cups, but it's in between healing and exposure. So this is one of those situations where, you may have been on board for something until you found out more. The Queen of Swords is out here, so more was found out. And yes, you might have felt slighted, but at least now you can do better. When you know better, you do better. But remember, knowing it's only half the battle. The Ten of Wands is now here. This tells me that something could have been extremely frustrating and heavy for you. But I don't feel like it's something. This feels like a setup, y'all. Scorpio energies, or all of us right now collectively, right now, we could be looking back, realizing that we were more invested than the team. We were more invested than the family. We were more invested than, the co-workers. And it's kind of like, oh, okay. Y'all could have signed up for something or committed to something thinking that it was going to be a group effort. And come to find out, they pretty much planned on viewer being the workhorse, being the person to deal with the brunt of it all, And yes, everyone was going to win. This was something that was collective. However, it was going to be at your expense, or it was at your expense, whoever I'm talking to. But again, the lesson is in the loss. So let it be what it is. This is general for this time right now. We're all under this sun. We're all under this sky. And I just literally was talking to a pastor today, Sunday, and he was saying, look, if you're doing energy, the universe runs off laws of nature that God created. So there's no discrepancy here about the fact that we're all experiencing some type of vibe, some type of energy, okay? This is a vibe check, okay? And it looks like with the 7 of coins, the 4 of coins, that's 11 coins, it's the 2 of coins, which is the Knight of Cups. Y'all were looking for something. It's taking too long. Somebody could have been giving you a little and asking for a lot. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to was like, okay, in good faith, I'm going to do this for you. So then you'll know I'm legit. So then you'll know I'm in. So then you'll know that I'm loyal, I'm worthy. But it's not working out that way. Someone is still giving you something else, something else. It's like breadcrumbing for sure out here. But again, it feels like it's coming from a situation where you just knew on the other side you were going to be good. Now with this Queen of Wands, it does feel like taking your power back. So there could be a bit of a revenge streak in there. And I ain't mad at you. But remember, if you're going to prove it to anybody, prove it to yourself first. Okay? As you prove it to yourself, then everyone else will see. Everything starts inside of you, right? Is there anything that we are not being honest with ourselves when it comes to this energy? Is there something that the divine can reveal to us, something that we can better see, like a missing piece or puzzle piece or something of that nature that could help us be more progressive? You got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Now you got the King and Queen of Swords. The truth is, look, and I said this already, and there ain't no shame in it. We all play games at one point in time or another for something. Everybody thinks they're playing chess and not checkers at some point. I'm looking at an energy out here who was trying to play chess, not checkers, and you met your match. We all met our match. You know what I mean? We took an L. Again, the lesson is in the loss. You might lose a battle, but you learn something that's going to help you to win a war. And you have to understand that. That's why this is coming in slow. It's slowing down because it's becoming petty. It's becoming simplistic. At this point, you're looking like, this isn't even worth it. Whatever point you were trying to prove, whatever reward that you thought that you wanted, whatever accomplishment you thought was noteworthy of your energy and your precious time, that is non-refundable, you over that now. You know what I mean? There can't be a winner or a loser if someone's not playing. So there's a lesson in the loss. I'm going to call this a forfeit. At this point, y'all done forfeited. Y'all quit. Okay, you don't have time for this. There's definitely a release here. Remember, this Leo energy is out here. Y'all might want to check out Leo. And then the King and Queen of Swords here. So this is two people, two energies, two sides that wasn't keeping it straight anyway. Just dragging something out. It became mundane. It became petty, and to the point where neither one of you are going to win. Those who fight fire with fire, remember, the November edition is red, end up with ashes. And we got the sun out here. So something's been exposed and burned up. But at this point, at this time, I don't know if any of us feel like it was that, if it was that important or that serious. If the Ten of Wands, it just seemed like it was a lot of work. So welcome back, whoever I'm talking to. Welcome back to your own space. Welcome back to your own inner security. Because whether you realize it or not, you were calling yourself pulling someone's strings, but they were pulling yours too. So it's tug of war back and forth here. I feel like there's a popularity contest out here for sure. I feel like there's definitely some situation where there was a promotion involved or some type of, again, a win or lose dichotomy where someone felt like, I gotta prove, I gotta show. This could be a friendly competition at work. Leo does rule competition. So this could have been a sport, but again, it's giving the energy where you were fighting with or going up against somebody in your own industry or in your own lane or on your own team. Like, who's gonna be the best? yeah, we want to all be the best, but at the same time, when it's time for us to get on the court or the field, when we're ready to perform, there is a certain camaraderie that needs to be there that wasn't there. But when I'm talking to in the Scorpionic energy, whether you have this in your chart, y'all know energy can be on people, places, situations, or circumstances. You get it now. You get it now. Something has slowly got to the point where you looked up and said, all this just to prove this one person wrong. Also, if y'all have a negative Nancy in the family, so you went out of your way, whether this was a parent or some type of friend that grew up in childhood that's telling you, this is how you need to do it. If I were you, you would do, I would do it like this. This is why you're not successful. This is why you ain't be hearing them anymore. Y'all are not on the same frequency. Whatever they want for you is not even in alignment for you. It finally makes sense to you. It's clicking. There's a lesson in the loss. So you might didn't win the war or the battle or the game that someone set up for you, but at this point you're choosing not to be a willing participant. You didn't even want this like that, okay? Let's see. I'll give y'all advice. Be mindful of what you're taking in from me, from other people, from the news, from your friends and family. Because again, out here, I see that there's a betrayal because you like, you know what? I'm messing with your silly toe, and now it's got me feeling silly. Got me doing silly stuff. You know what I mean? You are who you hang around. And if you're obsessed with something, number 4, there's a meeting out here, 4th house, Cancer. So again, this could be family. This could be someone you work with, someone you live with. This is like being in a relationship where, you go get dressed, and they like, oh, that's what you're wearing? Well, hold on. And then they go get dressed, and then you come out and say, oh, well, wait a minute. And it's like, some people thrive off that, but with the thievery out here on the bottom, it's been depriving you of your joy. It's been depriving you of your success. Again, it's distractedness. The Weekend, Wasted Time, that song is coming to mind. Wasted time I spent with someone else, and they wasn't even half of you. You could be doing so many other things. There's a whole world out there if you want a challenge. You know what I mean? This person's not a challenge. It's supposed to be your people. Okay? Someone's putting an end to a situation where it should have never got to this point. You know what I mean? If you've had some type of standoff with a family member or a friend or a coworker, it's like you needed a break with this 4 swords here. You could have been cranky, hangry, could have been needing a vacation here, but there's definitely a burying the hatchet. A funeral just came out with the number 19, and that is the sun, which is out here literally with murky thoughts on the bottom. You don't know what you was thinking. Beefing with your coworker, beefing with your best friend, having it out with your mom. You like, you know what? I don't even know what. You got it. You're being a leader, for sure. Okay? What's the advice for whoever I'm speaking to? Remember, energy can be on people, places, circumstances, and situations. Christianity, all religions don't have any beef with science, okay? The laws of nature, and that's what we're doing, the energy forecast. We're just checking the energy. The electromagnetic energy comes from somewhere. We have the planets, the atmosphere, right? So I think we're all in alignment if we can just see past, again, any simplistic ideals that we picked up. And this month talks about that with Sagittarius Energy. It talks about philosophy and, civil matters and how we're able to work together, okay? Chop wood out here with 42. 6 has been a big number that is plagued out here. Chop wood says you got something else to be doing. And with the Queen of Wands out here, whether you're a man or a woman, you know exactly what that is. You got better things to be doing. Better days are in front of you. You could have been in a position where, life wasn't that interesting or there wasn't much going on, so you kind of got caught up in something to keep yourself busy, and this is where we ended up, right? And Observer just came out with Serendipity, which is Sagittarius Energy. Welcome to November, okay? Out of nowhere, you're going to see, or you're seeing, that you have other things to do besides beef with the very people. You want to fight somebody who's in the military. I mean, they asking, you know what I mean? Why are you beefing with the locals? You know what I mean? Your family, your community, when we're supposed to be bringing it in. You know what I mean? Nobody's all the way 100% truthful or trustful, especially when they're not being conscious and aware of the fact that they think that someone's always after somebody. Everybody thinks someone's after them. Everybody's paranoid about somebody looking for a dollar. They're going to ask them for something. They're going to take something from them, or they want something. That type of paranoia is what attracted this type of tick for tack and this type of, competition or win-lose dichotomy that didn't exist. It's almost like you hadn't got out into the world enough, found you something else to do or somebody else to play with, literally. Okay. I love y'all. It's gonna be weekly readings. Make sure y'all check out the community board. I'm gonna be talking about more of the philosophy and the psychology behind red and things associated with red, from love and passion to Mars, Sagittarius, and like, share, and subscribe. That's free. The description has everything y'all need. It has your points of interest this month and what our mission is this month, and that's what we got here. Co-create. Number 4, we are family, are the community. So go out there, be great, use this information. I'm gonna head to the next energy, which is gonna be Capricorn. And until we meet again, peace.